Yes, the people, tell me how you're doing immediately. Can you do me a favour and scroll right down to that comment section and say, Joe, I'm doing sound, mate. Thanks for asking. How are you? I'm doing proper sick. Well, I'm happy about it, mate. If you're doing sound, I'm happy about it. I am also doing great on this fine day. Doing delightful, mate. Delightfully? Don't know where I'm going with this intro. Anyway, today we're going to do a bit of a different video. By different, I mean pretty lazy from me, quite a low effort upload from Joey D, to be honest. It's nothing to do with fitness, probably nothing to do with anything, to be honest, but we're all in lockdown and I'm just trying to entertain myself and I suppose entertain you as well. And so if we can do that for 10 minutes, then that's just ideal, mate. So today we are going to talk about, or I'll just tell you, well, I'll tell you and then I'll talk about how much money YouTube paid me for a video. They got 4.2 million views. Dun, 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 4.2 million, yeah. Obviously not enough money to get an office that's not in my bedroom, mate. So, still working, man. Anyway, bit of background. If this is the first time you've ever seen my head before, then I apologise for the 1 minute plus rambling intro. You'll get used to it, mate, or you might not get used to it. You might just hate me and just never watch another video again, and that's also fine. I mean, it would be great if we could be mates. Like, we can be mates. You can subscribe to my channel and we'll all be friends. Interact with your followers. Dun dun dun. Anyway, so a little bit of background. I started this YouTube channel about 5 years ago now, I think, which is just wild for me to even think about, mate. And I would like to say that 5 years was like, you know, just me slogging away, like grinding, hustling, like chasing my dream of being a YouTuber with an office in his bedroom, and you know, but that would be like somewhat inaccurate to say the least, because that's not really been the case, mate. I feel like I've just been messing about with the camera, having a laugh, and just being just a bit of a fool in front of your screens for a while. So that's how it happened. Now we're here. Anyway, let's dive into it. So what I'm going to do is just start a little screen recorder. I'll put that in one corner, or I'll put that in the main screen and put myself in a corner. Whatever, I'll figure out the editing later. So let's do it, mate. Safari, YouTube, Premium, mate. That's what YouTube money gets you. Yes, on the Premium. All right, so let's search my name, Joe Delaney. Meal prep. Some funny terms there. All right, this is the one, mate. 4.2 milli. Before I go there, let me just stop a sec. So the funny thing is, right, I might elaborate on this in another video or on a podcast or something sometime. Shortly before this video went up, I made a conscious effort to actually try and get more views on my videos. For the years and years leading up to that, I'd just been doing it for the sake of doing it. I never really caring about like thumbnail, title, all that kind of stuff, and just thinking like, well, it doesn't really matter. But later I realized that it doesn't take away from your content if you just try and get views with a better thumbnail and title, a more enticing one, because there's no clickbait anywhere. Like, it's all true. As long as you're not clickbaiting saying shit like, oh, I almost died, when you didn't almost die. You know, if you say you almost died, you have to almost die, man. If I click on that video, I want to see you in mortal danger, mate. Anyway, shortly before I made a conscious decision, I was like, you know what, I might just try and get some views, and then I started like doing better titles and thumbnails and everything, you know. It worked, mate. So I'll talk about that more in another video, but I just wanted to side note and like let you know that this was like somewhat intentional. So let's go to the video. All right, so here we go. Meal prep on a budget. Obviously 90k likes, smashing it everywhere. 2.8k absolute virgins. Anyway, let's get to why you're here. So analytics. All right, so here we have estimated revenue for the video. So this is lifetime. So 4,687 Great British pounds and 9 pence. So whilst you might initially look at that and think that that's decent, let me tell you, that's actually really not decent. Because I admit, I didn't think of the idea for this video. I just saw some videos like it and I just copied them, mate. That's, you know, the secret's out. Anyway, I watched another couple of videos of people who get loads of views saying how much they got paid. And it's way more, mate. I saw a girl got paid like 60 grand or something. It was US dollars, but still, that's pretty close to 60 grand GBP right now. And she had like 12 million or something like that, 12 million views. That's wild, mate. And so there are a few things that affect this. There are your general audience type. So certain channels are just gonna make more than other channels because of the type of advertisers you can put on there. So for example, channels that talk about finance and stuff like that tend to get paid more because you can just essentially make more money off those videos. Because if you think about the kind of people who look at videos about like investing and stuff like that, people who've got money, mate, And so like that's just a small, probably not even good example, but depending on your niche and your general demographic, that will affect like the kind of ads that go on your videos and therefore how much money you can make off those ads. So whilst it seems decent, it's actually not that easy to get 4.2 million views on a video. Now, if I think about the time that I put into that video, it probably wasn't that much, to be fair. I probably put £20 into the ingredients. So I will have paid someone, it's probably half a day's filming or a day, so maybe 100 quid for literally holding a camera and set up a tripod and stuff. And then I probably spent 2 hours filming, and then the editing, there was a decent bit of editing for this one, maybe like 10 hours editing or something, but I don't know if that's fast or slow. I might just be really bad at editing. And so what's that, 12 hours, it still works out very decent, but you have to take into account that if I just uploaded this to a YouTube channel that had no subscribers initially to get it off the ground and get it into the suggested, it wouldn't have done that. Like, so to some extent you have to take into account everything behind it, and also obviously there's me looking like huge and shredded in the thumbnail. That took a little bit of work. Anyway, point is, it's pretty solid if you're going to get that off every video, but some people will be getting paid way more than that. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go onto Social Blade and I'm going to look at what it gives me as estimated earnings, because this is like, it's a site that like kind of tries to analyze all your stats from your social media channels, and it gives you some estimate on people's earnings and stuff like that with the YouTube channels. And let me see, so estimated monthly earnings £342 to 5.5k. so that's obviously a huge range, which basically is worth nothing. Like that information is basically worth like zero, because like when you think about it, there's a big gap between £342 and 5.5k. So what we'll actually do is go into my AdSense and show you what I've earned month on month. So let's go to the bottom. This is my AdSense. This is the money that YouTube pays you for the actual ads. Now you can obviously make money through other avenues from your videos. I will talk about that a little bit later. Here's my first period. So Feb 2015, that must have been when I started, or when I registered for it, or when I got enough subscribers or something to qualify to get paid. So £1.66, £6.54, £13.78, gradually going up. And one of the things that like held this back a little bit, was just me not getting that many views, but also I always used a lot of tracks that were copyrighted and stuff like that. And now I'm in a slightly better position because I work with a couple of artists who let me use their tracks without me getting a copyright hit. So it means I can still monetize the video, they get a bit of promo, and I can still use good tracks and not ruin my videos with stupid non-copyright stuff. Anyway, we're going up, like here's a good month, little jump there from 75 quid to 280 quid. Usually like between 100, 200 quid, something like that. And then you will see when this video hit. Let's do it, come on, keep on. There we go. So first month, 2,272 after this video went live. So that must have been within that pay period. So we went from like 200-300 up to like 2 and a bit thousand, which is a nice little bump in your earnings, man, isn't it? It's cheeky that, like. So then after that, this will still have been residual from that video, because like it went off the first couple of months. Some of this will have been as well, but then I also had quite a few other videos. And so basically ever since that period, when I went from like 380 to like 2,270, it's been consistent between about 1,500 and 2,500, something like that. 22, 21, 12, 17, 15, 26, 17, 18, 18. So yeah, now I'm averaging like about 1.8 the last couple of months. So obviously on top of the views that video got, it also will have got me a lot of subscribers. Let me see if I can do that. Engagement, audience, subscribers. So it's got me 40,000 subscribers almost. And obviously that's without me even saying like subscribe and stuff in the video. By the way, if you're watching this, subscribe. And so those subscribers will have obviously watched the rest of my videos and contributed to earnings through other YouTube videos, and so they might register to another video, but it was this video that helped grow my channel a lot and get a lot of views in towards other videos. So indirectly, I would say it's actually a lot more than simply the revenue that's associated directly with this video. Okay, so that's the money that YouTube themselves directly paid me for the video, and indirectly also. But there are obviously some other earnings associated with that video, and I know the title of this is what YouTube paid me, but I might as well just touch on that while we're here because we're making a video about it. We're sat down now, aren't we? We're recording, so we might as well just talk about more stuff. So if you go to the video, you can see it says sponsored, right? And in the description it says video sponsored by Squarespace. Obviously I will have received a fee for this integration. It was not insubstantial. It definitely wasn't in line with getting 4.2 million views. If I knew it was going to get that many views, I would typically charge a lot more for an integration. However, I'm not mad about it. It's fine, you know, it's win-win, isn't it? So not only is there that money that I will have earned from that, but also I've done a lot of work with Squarespace since that, and I would assume that a lot of that work is predicated on the success of this link in the description, squarespace.com/Joe Delaney. I assume that they track the analytics on that and see how much of a kickback they get from, you know, the investment they make in paying me. And so with this getting 4.2 million views, I assume they get a pretty good kickback, and that has obviously led to multiple contracts with Squarespace. So over the, you know, maybe almost a year since then, it's, you know, amounted to something quite significant. So there's more direct and indirect earnings from the video. So to summarize, directly YouTube paid me about, I forgot what it was, like 4,500 quid for that video. Indirectly YouTube paid me probably a good bit more than that, and YouTube plus other earnings, probably it's just too difficult for me to actually, you know, there's all these factors. You can't really do a calculation on that, can you? But enough anyway. Very lucky to, you know, to do it really, because it's nice, isn't it? It's pleasant, mate. So I didn't make this video to try and flex on people. Well, I'm not really, because that's not, like I say, that's not a lot for that kind of views. It's actually pretty bad, mate. It's probably because I swear a lot in my videos, and like some of my content has been very risque over the years, mate. And I'm sure that affects you with advertising that, but it is what it is. Who's asked, mate? So that's it. I hope you found it somewhat interesting anyway. Hopefully this video goes viral as well, and then I'll indirectly make like way more. So that'll be sick, mate. See you later anyway.
Joe Delaney is my hero.